Hi everyone, it's Greg here. It's nice to be with you again today. Some of you asked, hey Bobby, hey Bob. Some of you asked to see what my dog looks like, so I'm just kind of showing you. And I don't know if you saw him. Bob, come here. Come here. Bob, come here. Good boy. Come here, Bob. Bob. Come here. Good boy. He's very busy. Okay, so there we go. So you've seen the dog. I'm going to just find a space to do this reading in, and then I'll speak to you in a minute. Hi everyone, it's Greg here to do your astrology and tarot forecast for the week starting the 30th of June and going through until the 6th of July 2014. It's really nice to be with you again today. As you can see, I'm outside again. I've picked a different spot today. And I'm just going to have a look at these astrological influences, and then I'll also look at the 3 influences that are coming your way via the tarot cards, and that'll really give you an overview in terms of what signs of the zodiac are going to be affected most. Okay, so there's a lot going on this week, and the thing that I noticed the most is that there's a lot of planets that are actually changing houses. And in astrology, what that means is the planets have different influences and energies that affect you, and the houses are actually the areas of your life where that is affected. So a lot of these planets are shifting gears a little bit. So for instance, if something was affecting you in terms of your finances, if it changes houses and it goes into the house of self, then it has an impact on how you feel about yourself. So there's a lot going on this week in terms of that. So the first thing, on Monday the 30th of June, your focus is very much going to be on the public. So what you can do moving outwards, what you can contribute to other people, and how you can influence other people. So the moon is in Leo in the 11th house, and there's a lot of beneficial activity happening in the 10th house. Jupiter, Sun and Mercury are all in that 10th house. So these planets are all very much about expansion, they're about communication, they're about enlightenment, energy, how you feel, and the moon is very much what you feel comfortable with. So for Monday the 30th, really expect to feel at ease with other people, expect to be able to make a difference in other people's lives, and really don't expect to feel any sort of doubt or anxiety or lack of ease and comfort when you're in group social settings. So if you've been planning to do something with people, if you've been planning a meeting, Monday would be a great time to actually do that. Okay, the other thing that happens on Monday is that Uranus in Aries, it goes from the 8th house into the 7th. So that's the first of those changes I was talking about. And the 8th house is very much to do with other people's money, inheritances, the subconscious mind. And Uranus is the planet of the unexpected and the miraculous coming in. So that shift really means that rather than looking at your finances and finding there's things coming in that are really unexpected, start seeing that energy in the area of your relationship. If you're in a relationship that you can't see, you don't know what the way forward is, you don't know how this is going to progress, then really just expect a miracle to come in there. Expect something really fantastic and unexpected to enter your relationship life. Tuesday the 1st of July, Pluto's in Capricorn in the 4th, and that opposes the Sun in Cancer for about a week. And today is the day when it really starts to feel very strong, and then it gets stronger as the days go on, and it hits its peak on the 4th of July on Independence Day. And really what the influence is that you're going to start feeling, it's a sense of your identity, who you are, versus the family identity. So there may be some conflict there. The Sun and Pluto are both very masculine, very strong planets, and there's going to be a real, when you have that kind of masculine energy, there's a lot of butting of heads that goes on sometimes. And it's going to be you wanting to do things for yourself in the way you want to, for yourself, in whatever way you like, and your family is going to have different ideas, and there may be some me versus them sort of mentality. And that starts to then get stronger on the 4th and really culminates and reaches its kind of zenith on that day. So ask yourself, and you will be asking yourself anyway, what is it that I want to do? And then really look at, do I need to fight this battle, and do I really need to make myself independent and do what I want to do? or can I compromise with the family, and can I kind of blend things? And that's really your decision, but the question is going to come up. Moving forward to Wednesday the 2nd, Saturn's in Scorpio and it goes into the second house of finances, and it moves into that house from the third house. So expect more structure in your financial life, more predictability, more reliability, more strength. Saturn is really the authority figure. If you think about the tarot, Saturn is the emperor. It's really where you find your strength, your structure, and your foundations, strong foundations. So Wednesday, expect more financial security to start entering your life, and Saturn moves very slowly, so that structure and stability is going to be there for a long time. So if June has been a little bit up and down in terms of your finances, expect the 30th of June onwards, July, to really get more routine. So you don't need to stress as much about finances. It's not going to be all feast or famine if that's the way it's been, either having a lot of money and then having none. You know, it's that lack of balance. Expect more balance to come in. Okay, Thursday the 3rd of July, Mercury comes out of retrograde. Well, it's come out of retrograde on the 2nd, but now that it's out of retrograde, it goes into Gemini in the 9th house of learning. So another shift of houses. Gemini, Mercury in Gemini feels very comfortable. Mercury rules Gemini. It's the planet of communication in the sign of communication, so it feels very good there. And the fact that it enters your 9th house means this is the house of learning and teaching things and expanding and traveling and academia and education and all of those things. And in last week's reading there was a real focus on learning becoming more of a theme, and with this shift, first of all, Mercury coming out of retrograde, I did a video on this, what Mercury retrograde actually means, so if you're interested, have a look at that. It's just called Mercury retrograde 2014, you can find that quite easily. But when Mercury goes into retrograde, communication becomes more difficult. Now it's coming out of retrograde, that's one, communication becomes more easy and practical. It goes into Gemini, which is the sign of communication, so it gets extra easy, and then it's in the 9th house of expansion and education, so it gets really, really expressive and really communicative. So on this day, really communication does a 180 switch, and it gets much more expansive and wide. Okay, Friday the 4th of July, happy Independence Day to all the viewers watching in America. Congratulations, I hope you have a great celebration planned for today. You have some parties planned. And what's happening on this day in terms of the astrological influences is the moon is at 0 degrees in Libra near the ascendant. Okay, so you're going to have a real desire to create something. You're going to feel inspired to do something wonderful and to create harmony for other people. And that speaks really well for this kind of Independence Day party atmosphere. So really put something together, have some guests over, invite your friends, and really have a nice day. The Virgo ascendant that's near, it really means that you would have put some thought into this already. So the last couple of days before the 4th of July, you would have played with the idea, and you would have made some practical preparations and plans. And this moon at 0 degrees on the 4th means that your preparations and your plans work out really well, and you create something really wonderful and harmonious. The moon is in its first quarter on Saturday the 5th of July, and Mars also changes house into the first house from the second on this day too. So it's a big shift again. Mars is very much the energy that what you want to create, what you desire, that really combines with the moon, which is all about what you feel comfortable doing. And the fact that it goes into the first house, that's the house of self, that's you. And it means that you create something wonderful within yourself. You become more certain of yourself, an idea crystallizes within you, and you start to build something amazing within yourself, and something really starts to take shape and starts to become a reality within you, which you can then take outwards and make a practical reality. Okay, the final day of the week, Sunday the 6th of July, that theme continues really. The Libra moon indicates the creation of a project, whether that's an inner project or an outer project, and that's really going to start to become a reality in a very practical sense, and it's also going to serve you in a practical sense. So those are the astrological influences. Like I said, a lot of shifts in terms of the houses, so a lot of the existing energy shifting gear and shifting focus, and then a lot of masculine energy out and about as well. We've got Sun versus Pluto, those big hitters, those big male planets, and then Mars and Uranus as well. So again, more masculine energy. So expect, if you just kind of tune into that sense of masculine energy, what it is traditionally, it's heavy, it's large, it's pushy at times. Excuse me. It's pushy at times and willful and really solid and structured. So expect that kind of energy to permeate this week. Now, moving on to the tarot, I've chosen the 3 cards that are really going to indicate which signs of the zodiac are most affected this week. And the first card that I've got is the Devil, and that's ruled by Mars, and Mars is the ruler of Aries. So Aries, you in particular, at this weekend, you're going to feel that creative spark very strongly. Something is going to really build within yourself, and you'll be able to realize that idea and create a tangible outcome, a tangible result with it. The next tarot card is the Emperor, and the Emperor is ruled by Jupiter, which in turn rules the star sign Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you're going to feel a sense of resistance on Wednesday around any financial limitation that may come your way. With Saturn moving into that second house, there's more structure coming, but Sagittarius, you really don't enjoy a budget. You don't enjoy having to plan and feeling locked in, so you may resist that a little bit. Embrace it as more security. Look at it that way, which again for you is probably difficult because you like to expand and security isn't something that you value hugely. So just embrace it and see it as a period of calm and quiet in terms of your finances. Finally, the third card is the Hermit, which is ruled by Neptune, and that rules Pisces. And Pisces, you may feel a strain, particularly this week, in terms of having to assert yourself in family situations. And that's going to be most strong for you on Tuesday and also on July the 4th of July, when you come into contact with members of your family who have certain ideas, and you're going to feel that push to assert yourself and to have things your way. So decide, again, it's that battle. Do I need to have things my way and am I going to fight for it? Or is this a battle that I don't really need to be fighting, and do I want more harmony? And only you can answer that. It depends on what kind of, how important certain things are to you and what you want the experience to be like. Okay, so that's it in terms of the astrology and tarot forecast for this week. I hope you found that useful in some way. If you'd like to have a private reading with me where I look at your natal chart and see how the current transits are affecting you particularly, or to give you an idea of your birth chart, or to see what's coming up for you in terms of forecasting the future, then please get in touch with me. You can do that by sending me an email. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. You can visit my website, which is gregoryscott.co.uk. You can have a look at the types of reading I do on there. You can have a look at my bio, some interviews I've done. There's all sorts of information on there, gregoryscott.co.uk. And you can also find me on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/Gregory Scott and twitter.com/Gregory Scott 444. And I think I just said for the Facebook, I said Gregory Scott, but it's actually facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. Okay, it's difficult to remember all these different things. Have a wonderful week. I hope you have a great time, and I'll be here with you on the YouTube channel for the daily tarot readings I do, and also for the weekly astrology and tarot report. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.